Hey, my friends, hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to build a micro hotel in The Sims 4. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we are in Nordhaven or Nordhaven, however you say it. This is the 20 by 20 comfortably canal side lot. So I will preface this by saying I know technically you can kind of build a hotel because you can have a place where Sims eat and shower and stuff, but it doesn't work like you'd expect an actual hotel would. A bunch of other YouTubers have kind of touched on that. I kind of want to play up to that. I'm kind of envisioning like a place where Sims like had a night out on the town and they just need a place to crash before they head home, or they were working late. I think the capsule hotels in Japan kind of work the same way, but we're gonna do it in Nordhaven. And I'm envisioning like to have the hotel building probably like right here. Have like I kind of want to have like a separate like bar, so that way you can also hang out here, you can drink, and then if you're too inebriated, you can just rent a hotel room upstairs. And then I was thinking probably have like our house like over off to this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and we're only going to be using base game and businesses and hobbies. I figured out how to disable the packs, so yay. All right, so we're gonna do probably a longer building here. I want to do 5 tiles across because I think that's the size of like this little decorative thing. So at least the main building's gonna have that. Probably our house will probably have that too. So I'm gonna do our house right here, or your Sims house rather, and then the bar, like a little bar area off to the side here. All right, we're gonna do a second floor, at least for like the hotel piece, and then for our house, and probably not for the bar side. And then the roof is where I want to put on these little doohickeys. That right there. Do we like this color though? I don't know. I mean, I like orange, so maybe we'll do this one as orange. There we go. That could be cute. It's not quite as bold as like that orange. Also, let's make it a little brighter. There we go. Yes. And then we'll do the other one on this side. Actually, I kind of like this red. It's like really bold, deep red color. Put that right there. All right, now I just gotta figure out how to do the roofs so that they look right with this. So we're gonna stick this right there. I think that'll work. Okay, and we'll just copy this and stick it right there. Oh, I should also preface this by saying I'm not worried about money. We're not making this like a starter home or anything, so I should just get that out of the way right now. There we go. What column? Oh, these are kind of like color matchy. I see. Okay, I don't know if I want necessarily color matchy though. I think like the white. Yeah, I think white is probably good. We'll play around with the other one on the other side rather. Bring that up, copy. Okay, so we have the columns on our hotel piece. Let's build the ones on our house. And do I want to do color matchy here? I don't know. Maybe we'll do like gray, at least like a little bit different. Copy. All right, let's do wall paint. So obviously this one's going to be the red. I think there's a red that has this one has like the base to it. All right, so that's our house, and then this is, I don't mind this for this building. I wonder if we should just do like stone on our house though, like on the bottom floor. I think that looks okay. I think we do need a freeze though if we're gonna do that. I think we can make that work. Okay, cool. Let's do for our bar area, our little bar room. Do I want it to just be like orange and black, or orange and what are these other colors? Maybe orange and like pink. Maybe this can be stone too, darker stone. Maybe we'll do like a little pop of color up on the top, but then that makes that look too dark. All right, okay, we'll figure this out. All right, I think ultimately having like the color is probably better, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put the black trim around the bottom though. So those are basically the shells. Let's put the doors and windows on so we can figure out what we're doing there. Yeah, so this little side building, which the bar will be, I kind of want to make it more like some like a bit more of like a modern add-on. I think I would like this better if these were all lined up. I don't think it actually matters that much, and I'm also not gonna be able to tell super well from this side. Looks a little better at least. Cool, I think that's good. All right, let's go ahead and do for this building maybe like that. Might just do a blue for now. We'll change it. I reserve the right to revisit later. Maybe for our door we'll do that one, and I do think having like a door on this side would probably make sense too, so I might just repeat that over here, but then maybe for like the residents put like a smaller door. Cool. Okay, and then windows. I do like feasibly fit 2 here without it being too weird. That looks a little busy down there, so So put one right there. And these are kind of TBD as well. I'm assuming once we actually get the rooms laid out, we'll probably need to mess with the placement a bit. Okay, so we got most of the shell. Let's go ahead and start working on the interior and work on the first floor. Probably start with this building. So first things first, put some lights in so you guys can see what we're doing. All right, we got the lights in. So I'm almost envisioning like 2 businesses running out of this. Like maybe in this first main building here, you would have one sim has like a cafe and a hotel, and then, or maybe no, I'm sorry, let me back that up a little bit. So run a cafe out of this. So put like the little cafe stand, and maybe have that be one sim's business, and then the other business you have the bar, and maybe with the bar business you hope to set up the hotel, because you figure the bar will be open later, the sims can come, have a drink, have a night out, and then they can go sleep it off. So that's kind of my thought. You could do the coffee, you could do it all as one, but as far as like timing goes, like if you come here in the morning, you probably want to go to the cafe. You come here at night, you probably want to go to the bar. You can do that. You can have 2 businesses on one lot. You just have to have it's one business per sim, so you'd have to have one sim own like the bar hotel, the other sim own the cafe. You can have them work together but only one sim can actually own it. Okay, so let me do the layout. So you have like a door that kind of goes back into this area, and then as far as bars, like this is the coffee bar, so we're probably gonna have this over on this side, and then we'll actually have like a bar over here. So I kind of want to have it like kind of a wrap around effect. All right, it took a bit of finagling, but I think this is what I had in mind. You have to shift everything over, which is why the things look a little weird. So basically you walk in, we'll have like the ticket counter for checking in like over here. Go straight ahead, this is where you have the little coffee bar. You can access the bar part from either the outside or from coming in here. So you come in here, and it's just like a little wraparound bar. There will be a door to like a kitchen so employees can access, but sims won't be able to get back here. And basically just a row of bar stools, maybe a couple tables over here. So yeah, all right, we got that basic layout done. Let me build, so I do want to have like a kitchen kind of back behind here. These are gonna be the first floor restrooms, and then going upstairs is where we're gonna have all the hotel rooms. So I'll put that right there. All right, we got the general layout down for the first floor. Let me finish decorating. Appliances, fridge or something over here. This might be, I'm assuming we'll play test it. I'm assuming this will still work if we have all this stuff here, but we'll find out, won't we? All right, plumbing, put a sink, a menu board. I think we'll stick that on this side. You size it down slightly so we can stick that right there. Maybe we'll put another one over on that side for now, just to have it like a placeholder. Okay, so this will be like the little cafe area. Let us put, because I'm imagining like it's a short-term stay, so you're gonna come in, park your stuff, and then head upstairs to a room to crash. Figure might have some lockers down here, so that way if you wanted to check your stuff in there, you can. We will need a ticket machine. I'm not sure this is gonna work. I've had some issues trying to like fit these into things, but for some reason it makes sense to have this like by the actual like counter. So we'll play test that. If we need to move it, we will. All right, maybe we'll have like a glass door back to the kitchen area on either side. Okay, I think they're working-ish. All right, let's do lights in so I can see what we're doing. All right, we're gonna add bar stools. You come out to, I think the doorway's big enough, that's probably fine. Like, you're technically kind of sitting in the doorway, but I think actually we can move this. Let us put a dining table. Maybe have a couple like little tables over on this side. I think that'll still be fine, like with the up against the door like that. We'll play around with it. I think that, okay. Cool. Let's put a plumbing, let's put a sink. And then didn't Business and Hobbies come with like one of these? I thought I remember seeing it before. I don't know where. Yeah, where's that little, is it a debug item? Okay, I feel like I'm missing something because I was pretty sure that this pack came with like a little nectar shelf thing like we have in the base game. And I know I've seen this before. I'm not seeing it now. Could someone let me know in the comments if I'm like losing my mind? Because I swear it was like a two-tier shelf with like curvy on the top. Maybe it wasn't this pack. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was like Love Struck or something. I have no idea, but I swear it was there. All right, I'm completely losing my mind, but I'm not going to spend 20 minutes looking for one particular little shelf. So we will just improvise. And what I think I might do then is build out like a bigger bar back thing. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but we might tweak it later. Like I said, I was envisioning putting like a little liquor shelf behind here, but I cannot find the one from Business and Hobbies that I swear I saw before, and the one from base game is a little too big for what I was envisioning. So we're not going to do that. We'll put pride flag up though, and we'll put the trans flag up as well. And then I'm also gonna put some of these little neon signs because this is kind of like a highbrow like swankier type place, but they have a few little like kitschy things in. Kind of feel like place like this would have a TV. So we're gonna stick one up here behind on top of the bar menu. Nice. So we have the layout other than like decoration and everything. We have the layout for our bar area, and then we have our restrooms, and then let's say this is gonna be a little coffee bar. This is gonna be a shared kitchen. It's probably just be like a little loungy like sitting space. Yeah, cool. All right, so I'm gonna do the kitchen now. Okay, so this will be, we'll put this trash can right here. So that way this could be a whole wall of cabinets, although I'll probably put this, maybe I'll put like the stove right here. We'll put the sink right there. We will put a fridge. I think it probably makes more sense to have a microwave over here, so we're gonna do that. All right, so we have our little kitchen space laid out. So basically we just have fridge, stove, sink, microwave. We have some really weird lighting up here. It's fine. Okay. So basically a sim could enter the kitchen through this back area, and then this will give them access to both the bar and the little coffee bar. This will be marked as employees only. I think functionality wise, the first floor is done. Obviously we gotta put a few more decorations, so let me go ahead and do that. And we gotta still like do like walls and stuff too. But all right, I think I might actually move these closets, move these lockers down a bit, and maybe put like a little seating area like right there. Cool, I think that works. Then a little side table action. And then I think we're going to do like a little sitting area back here as well. First, we need more lighting. And maybe we'll put like a bookshelf or something back here. I think that could be kind of cool. And maybe we'll make just like a little reading nook, I guess. And maybe we'll do something like that. And maybe we'll have like a couple little community boards kind of set throughout. Like maybe do one right there. Maybe do one out front here. Do we have room? I think we can put it right there. I think that'd probably be fine. All right, cool. Let's do some rugs. Actually, these ones are kind of neat. Is that doing too much though for this front area? Honestly, probably, but I don't know. It's cute. I don't mind it. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we'll put one right there. Okay. Then maybe we'll do like a little like welcome mat type thing like over here. And then maybe we'll put another color swatch of this rug over on this back section. Nice. Anything we can put on the walls? We do have to put signs up, so we're gonna do that. Anything else cool come with? I feel like I use these all the time, but I feel like they work. Doesn't look like Business and Hobbies came with that much wall art. I'm a little surprised by that actually. We'll make do with what we have. Maybe like a Martian landscape right there. I feel like we did a pretty decent job decorating this up. I feel like we maybe, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we can put a little gallery wall over here. Those kind of work. We change the swatches around, and then maybe it's like another corkboard back here. So I don't think we need too much else in this space. It's a restroom space, so doesn't need to be too crazy. Maybe we hang up a couple bike wheels for decoration, since we are in Nordhaven after all. All right, decor wise, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. So let's do walls and floors, and then let's go upstairs and actually do like the hotel piece of this. It's kind of like the lighter floor, so we'll kind of do that all throughout, except in the kitchen we will do tile or maybe like stone. I feel like the high style concrete could work in there. Okay, and then wall, it still feels really dark in here. Let's put like a decorative, let's put some decorative lights up. All right, and then for walls, we do have this paneling, which I think could be pretty cool. And then maybe do like a darker shade, or maybe just do like an accent wall or like part of it in here. And then maybe have these walls be something else. But I think we can still do the white like in the bathroom area. I think that'll work. It's like a pretty bold red, and I kind of want to turn down the lighting in here, kind of give it like a more moody vibe. So maybe we'll do like, we'll turn the lights down to like 75. That way it's not like too dark you can't see, but it does give it like a little more of like a moody vibe, like you would expect for like a bar area like that. Is it weird to have the end? No, I don't know if I like that. Okay. Yeah, I will stick with the white. I think the light is fine. Let's do in here though. Kind of like that one. I think that works for what this space is. Do I have like any like decorative other decorations we can put in here though? Maybe we'll put like this little mat, and then any clutter. Generally I would try to put like plates and stuff up here. I don't think either base game or this has like plates we can stick up there though. That will slot. Maybe we can have like extra utensils or something up here. If you have get to work, I can see like those like warning signs, kind of like employee signs working in here, but we don't have get to work set up right now. So all right, so I think we're good with the first floor. So you walk in, you have your little cafe, or you can go to the little moodier bar bar area. You have the restrooms. The employees have a kitchen. And then we have just like a little sitting area back here. So this is the first floor of the business. So let us go up to the second floor, which I think will be a little more straightforward. This is where we're going to put all the hotel rooms. I'm basically just going to make one copied across, and then we can like change the colors and stuff. Literally all the hotel, like the room part is gonna have is just a bed, because the idea here is you're basically just going crashing for a few hours. Bed, maybe a side table. You have lockers so you can check your stuff in. So it's basically a light, a single bed, and we'll probably just do like this one, a side table, probably like an alarm clock, so that way your sim knows when they have to get up and get out. A little plant, and that is basically going to be it. Decoration wise, I'm gonna put one of these like little like space things. Window, this is where I think these windows can come in handy, and then we'll put a door. All right, so that is basically the room. Let us put the flooring and stuff in so we can just copy this room, and like I said, I'll go through and like probably tweak the like individual like color options. All right, so we'll do like wood paneling right there. I was like, maybe just something like that. Nothing, yeah, something like that will work. We can change some of the wall colors too, but I'm not too pressed on that. All right, so we're gonna copy this room. This one right there. And it's gonna mess up my window, but I'm gonna place one right there. All right, I think that's good. So we have all of our little mini hotel rooms. I switched that up a bit. So let's go ahead and figure out this shared bathroom space. And I may need to sacrifice a room. Yeah, I might not have enough space after all. So we're gonna go ahead and sacrifice this one. Probably still keep the window over there. I think that's fine. But yeah, we'll have bathroom stalls. We'll kind of have like little shower stalls over here. And then this middle area, just like some more lockers, maybe like a little changing area. All right, so for our little restroom solution, so our little shared bathroom solution, we have something kind of like this. So we have 2 toilets, 2 showers. There's only 5 hotel rooms, so I think it's probably fine. I did originally have like another shower and toilet in here, realized I didn't have any sinks. So kind of bumped it in, put the sink. It's a little awkward, and I can't figure out where the light is that's shining in this little back area, but I think it'll work. I think it'll work. So let us go ahead and do this little hallway area. And up here, I figure keep it simple. Maybe have like a few chairs to sit. Maybe have a vending machine. That way, if you want to get like a snack or something, maybe after, and you don't want to go back downstairs. So we'll put that right there. Get a couple more of those lockers. Maybe stick one right there. Maybe stick one right there. One for each side. And then just like a couple little chairs. Nothing too crazy, you know? I will say, going through this pack, there's some really, it's a mix of, which I guess is kind of like the Nordic style. To me, it's kind of like a mix of like IKEA and mid-century modern. Just like, those are the vibes I get from it. It does have some really cool stuff. I love some of the patterns, especially, and everything too. And yeah, I think that works. Okay. Paneling, I might just go back to the same white panels that we have down here. You know, keep it simple. Probably same flooring as well. I do like the light, bright vibes we get from, like, I guess the common areas. Corkboard, I can see a thing for a community. We have a lot of community boards in here. It's a big community. All right, so that'll work. So a vending machine, little place to sit. Do we want like any bookshelves? I could see bookshelves working, although we have the bookshelves downstairs, so I think we're probably good. And we're getting tight. It's getting to be tight. Maybe put some like movie posters up or something. Movie posters, anything up on this side, and maybe just a couple plumb bobs. I think that's good. Like, this is one of those builds I could literally be in here for like hours and hours and hours decorating, but I think it's good. Keep it relatively simple. I think our building looks good. The only thing I might change is there like a white trim? All right, so our business is done. So we have our bar area, we have our restrooms, we have a little employee kitchen, a little reading nook, we have a coffee bar, and a little check-in spot for the rooms upstairs. TBD on this will work kind of clipped in like that. Maybe we'll do it like this instead. That's not too bad. And then upstairs we have 5 hotel rooms, a little shared bathroom restroom type area, just a little sitting area, nothing too crazy. Okay, so now we're gonna do the business owner's house, and I would probably do 2 sims just so you can, if you wanted to have a little more versatility, have 2 businesses, or if you at least want to have like another employee who was part of the family. All right, so this is gonna be a restroom. The stairs right there. So those will be the stairs going upstairs. Those will be the stairs going upstairs. I'll put some light in here so you guys can see. And then up here we'll do 2 bedrooms and a shared bathroom. This can be a bedroom. This can be a bedroom, and then we'll do a slightly bigger bathroom. Okay, cool. I think that works ish. We'll see. All right, this is just gonna be a half bath down here. So I'm just gonna do, technically, if you had like Love Struck, Discover University, or Snowy Escape, the ones that have like the individual like shower pieces, you can make this into like a full bathroom. We do not have that in Businesses and Hobbies, so I'm not going to try. All right, so we have a little half bath. This will be like a kitchen slash like dining area. So let me get that set up. And one thing I need to call out, while we didn't get new cabinets with Businesses and Hobbies, they made some new swatches that are base game that kind of match the swatches for like the coffee bar and stuff. All right, I'm gonna put the fridge right there actually. So we're gonna do maybe fridge, sink, stove. All right, so we have the layout of our kitchen. It is tight-ish, but I think it will do the job just fine. I'm going to put a little teeny dining table, and I think if we have something right there, it'll probably work. Yeah, I figure you can either go right there or it can go up against this wall. We'll play test it. I think right there will probably be fine, and then this will be our little living room space. So we didn't get any sofas in Businesses and Hobbies. What I might do though is just use like the base game sofa, but then like the newer love seat kind of has like a complementary color. I think that could look kind of cute. Actually, it would be nice if this had a color swatch that matched that, but maybe we can do any of these have a color swatch that's more matchy? Not really. Not really. That's asking a little too much of this game sometimes. Yeah, maybe we'll just do something completely different. Maybe we'll just do like this instead. Kind of stick with our blue and orange vibes anyway. So there we go. Electronics. A pretty nice TV. Okay. I think that's cool. I do want to have a desk. I kind of like the idea of having this under the steps. I'm not sure if this will work though. I mean, it does seem like enough room for your sim to be able to get under. We'll TBD and see if that actually works. But electronics, let's give him a little computer. And yeah, I think layout wise, the downstairs at least, we're in a pretty good spot. Probably tighter than it needs to be for what this is down here, but I don't know. I think it works. All right, I do still like this floor, the flooring planks for Business and Hobbies. Maybe just do like a different color though. Make it a little lighter. And then wall wise, I don't know, maybe the blue over here. Maybe still do like the plank along here. And then the bathroom, you know, maybe do this in the kitchen area, maybe in the bathroom as well. It's a bit of a look. It's a bit different, but I think we could pull it off. All right, let's put a bit of decor down. I kind of feel like a gallery wall kind of going up here could be cool. I don't know why. I'm doing a lot more gallery walls in this game. I'm in my gallery wall era, I guess. And we'll change the swatches for everything. Maybe a couple of the bike wheels over here, and maybe this little gallery wall picture right here. Cool. I like that. Okay. Pots and pans. Maybe back here behind the stove. A couple of those right there. Another pride flag. Never have too much pride, y'all. I don't know, maybe a Bob Pancakes movie poster like right there. Okay, I think that works. Let me put some concrete. Oh, I didn't put a bathroom mirror or anything. Actually, that kind of works. That's kind of cool. Actually, I kind of like that. Can I put that over here as well? That is not bad. That is not bad. That's actually like a mirror that's at a decent height and is at a decent size. So I like that quite a bit. All right, so I think we're in a pretty good spot for the first floor. So we have our little living room area, a little desk area. I'm not sure if that will work under the stairs like that, but we'll play test it. We have a little half bath, and then we have a kitchen, little mini dining area. Going upstairs, we have the layout for 2 bedrooms and a larger full bathroom. So let's go ahead and knock that out. And in this bathroom, I'm probably gonna put a tub, just because if you do want to have kids or eventually like have a pet or something, you will need a tub. And I think having a tub and a separate shower will work in this space. Okay, so I think we have the layout for the bathroom. I'm pretty sure that's good. So let's go ahead and put in our bedrooms. I'm gonna give them both double beds, I think that will fit, and we'll use the new ones. That's actually kind of pretty. It might be a little weird that they have like the exact same bed, so maybe we'll just do this other one over here instead. Oh, let me put the doors in as well before I lose track of that. And I do really like the little closed the wardrobes that came with this pack are really cute. So I really like that. Probably gonna give them a desk too, but I'm not gonna put a computer. I'm just gonna put a TV on this. All right, layout wise, I think that's good. Decorations. Let's put some photos up. Maybe like a little world map. We are dealing with base game because this pack, the new pack, the Business and Hobbies did not seem to come with a whole lot. So we're kind of limited in what we can do. But we'll put a few little things up. Nothing too crazy. Do we have any side tables that will work? I don't know, maybe that kind of goes with the little IKEA / like mid-century vibes. And it's narrow enough that we can kind of squeeze it in there. This side, it's kind of clipping into the wall though, so maybe just do the one. And for that one, has dark enough color that kind of matches. I think this one we can kind of do whatever. I think that's not quite, but that's not super far off of that. So I think that looks okay. We want to change this bed color though. It's kind of drab. There we go. Have a nice little pop of color. Put a picture behind the bed because I like the vibes of that one. Very cool. Very cool. Put a hall light. We do need to put a railing. And then I'm probably just going to copy the planks, at least for the bedrooms, and at least for this area, copy this blue wall for up here. But then the other bedrooms we can do whatever we want. So maybe I don't know, cool wallpaper like that. That's pretty neat. Actually, I really like that one. Yeah, we'll do that one in there. Okay, I think it works. It works. Kind of. This might be more warranting like an accent wall. So in that case, let's just give them paneling everywhere else. It'll work. It's fine. All right, guys, I think we're done. So we got our 2 bedrooms. We have our bathroom. And then, yeah, we have our little hallway. I think for the house, I think we're good. The only thing our little side window game is not great. So maybe we'll put like one right there, one right there. Kind of negates the need of having something on this wall. But maybe we can stick that. I do want to use this picture. Maybe we can stick it in the hallway. All right, so we got windows on that side at least. I'll bump this out so it's not clipping into it. It would probably make sense not to have too many on this side because you would be facing onto this lot. But maybe, I know I'm putting these where I have the lockers. Yeah, maybe we'll move the corkboard right here. Keep the trash can right there. And then get the small locker. Put that over here instead. Cool. I'm not going to bother with curtains because I don't like that they block out the lights, block out so much of the light anyway, and also the curtains were not cooperating with me before. Yeah, I think that buildings themselves are done, so I think this looks pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of landscaping and then we can test it out. All right, so we kind of have like sidewalk going throughout. I might do like a little stamped feature going down this strip. So I think this is kind of cute. And then we're just gonna put some bushes, maybe a few trees. Like I think we could probably stand to put a tree right there, and probably stand to put one over here. The mailbox, yeah, I'll probably just stick that right there. Maybe we'll do kind of like a little gravel path, kind of going around this way. I think that could be kind of cool. And then just spam bushes and other like landscaping type stuff. Do we want to have a llama topiary? I think that could be kind of cute. Maybe we'll put it right here. I like that. Okay, cool. A bunch of flowers. All right, we're just sticking a few other little bushes and stuff. They're not going too crazy with landscaping because we are more of like a more urban-y type area. I do kind of want to respect those vibes. But I think this is good. I think only other thing, I don't think we have an outdoor trash can. So let's put that down. And then we need signs for the business. So I'm going to do a green trash can and a blue trash can for recycling. And then we need our signs. Probably going to put one right there, one on the side here, and then one maybe right there, sign for the bar area. So I think I do still want to try to treat these as 2 separate businesses. What do we need here? Mild Maxwell. All right, so these are going to be the signs for the little bar. And then the hotel space, the hotel/coffee bar space. We have a coffee bar. We don't really have one that represents like hotel though. So I'm just gonna put the coffee bar signs up. All right, and I'm sure there's other stuff I could add, but I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. So now we just make sure that everything is set up correctly. I think all of these are public. I think that is perfectly fine. I am going to make this the kitchen area employees only, which by default should make behind both these bars employees only. And then this can all be residential. All right, let's call this MicroHotel and Bar, and let's put it to my library. Then we'll play test it, we'll make any changes, and then we'll put it up on a gallery. All right, first thing I want to do, I did say that I wanted to add a second sim because I wanted to do 2 businesses here. So let's go ahead and do that. Welcome to the world, Nathaniel Kelly. Good job. All right, so we're going to give Charlene here the cafe and the hotel. So let's go ahead and register her small business. So we'll call this MicroHotel and Bar. So we're gonna drink bar drinks. We're gonna be friendly. We're going to sleep, and we're going to bathe and shower. We're going to charge an hourly entrance fee, and it's assigned to this lot. So this will be her business. And we'll do the bar, and then Nathaniel, he can run the cafe. So we're just gonna have this cafe, and we're gonna be friendly. We're gonna drink coffee. And is reading an option? I probably could put a few games in here too, but we're gonna charge. I'll leave the cafe. We're not gonna charge anything because the cafe, you just come in here, you get a drink, but we will charge hourly for the bar and hotel. Okay, so we got 2 small businesses registered. I think since we are early in the morning, Oh, let me do employee tasks. Because if you want to have a sim actually visit the lot, then you got to give the owners tasks. Otherwise, they're just not going to do anything. So we're going to have him tend the coffee bar. I'm also going to give him clean, fix objects. But then we're going to hire her, and I'm just going to have her clean. Because I did notice that, like, if you have someone, like, tending the bar as their task, they might get stuck there. So that's why you can give them clean and fix objects. They're probably just going to tend the bar the whole time. So that's why having another sim to actually do the cleaning and fixing and everything. And we'll have her be friendly. Okay, and then for her business, we're going to have her tend the bar, fix objects, and clean and be friendly. Then we're going to hire him and then give him the task so he can clean, fix objects, and be friendly. Okay, so we got a visit from Trashly. Let's go ahead and open the cafe first, and let's see what they end up doing. All right, so he is tending the bar, coffee bar. Wait. Did I set this up right? Oh, I didn't want to have a... No, I didn't do that right. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to do an hourly fee for them. All right, let's try this again. All right. We're opening the cafe. He is tending the bar. Looks like we have a couple visitors. All right, she's reading. Okay, they're all reading. Is anyone gonna buy some coffee? Yes. All right, we got some customers buying the coffee. Very nice. And they're all sitting and chilling. No one's using the bar, which is intended. Oh, he actually did leave to go clean. Very nice. Cool. All right, so I think that section works. So now we're gonna close that down, and then now we're gonna open up the bar in the micro hotel, and see what this one does. Okay, so now she is tending the bar. We have people checking in, getting a bar drink. He's cleaning. Very good. And we have a sim napping. So this works. So yes. Okay, awesome. All right, so the only other thing I wanted to check is I'm pretty sure everything else is okay, except I wasn't sure if this will work. So we're gonna go sit here. Okay, so you can sit on his desk and the desk will work. Awesome. So I think this is good. Oh, except someone kicked down our trash can. Okay, well, thank you for that. All right, so we have this up on the gallery. We have our micro hotel and bar. We only use businesses and hobbies for this pack, so that should be all that you need. If you do have the other packs, I can see is adding some more decoration options, but this will be the bare minimum. The lot is a little pricey, but we do have a lot going on here, so I think it's worthwhile. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for checking out another build. This is the video where I'm going to talk through everything. If you just kind of want to see a speed build with no narration, I will put a link to that video down in the description. If you did like this video, please consider dropping a like. Please consider leaving a comment if you have any thoughts on the build or if there's any other builds you want me to try. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. I am trying to grow the channel. You guys have been immense support for that so far, so thank you. But with all of that, I hope you have an amazing day, and I will catch you later. Bye, everybody.